feels good to be back working. Body's a little stiff. I think I put on like 6 pounds. Too much inactivity. I was just hanging out with my best friends, you know, my 4 cats. They don't do much. They're all what you hang around, right? So. This empty chassis, and then we'll check in with dispatch, see what's next on the agenda. It's a pretty gloomy day. We got this Kona weather. Kona weather is weather that comes in from the south of Hawaii, and it's usually moist and wet and dreary, as opposed to the trade wind weather, which is bright and sunny and windy. But yeah, we'll get this chassis parked, and then we'll check in with dispatch. 8:22, hooked up to the 3rd container movement of the day. This is a full 40-foot container full of packaging material headed over to a cookie factory. A cookie bakery? Cookie bakery. We'll be delivering to the warehouse where they keep all their packaging material. The weather hasn't improved. In fact, it's gotten a lot worse. DOT scale is open, but they are not working because it's too much rain. So we'll make our way over the Sand Island Bridge, and then this factory is only about a mile away. It's right off of this main Sand Island access road, so it's in there with all the traffic. Backing in off of busy streets never safe. Doing it in the pouring rain. Doesn't make it any easier. First day back from 2 weeks of medical leave. I don't know. I think I'm doing alright. Making our way through our delivery. 9:21, working on the 4th movement of the day. After we dropped off the packaging material to the cookie bakery, we bobtailed back to the shipping terminal. We picked up this full 40-foot container with 49,000 pounds of consolidated freight, what we call an LTL, as in less than container load freight. There's 3 stacks of 20-foot empties here on the left of me, or right on the middle stack, but each one of these stacks is pretty full already. a big box can that was delivered last night. And dispatch says we can bobtail back out to the Campbell industrial area and pick up the empty 40-foot can that I delivered first thing this morning to the commodity distributor. Another good run. Get us out of the city. Weatherman says this weather's going to continue for the next 2 or 3 days. Patches of blue sky followed by gloomy, rainy weather. But yeah, headed out to the Campbell industrial area. Well, it's 11:50 and looks like the weather hasn't improved much. We bobtailed out to the Campbell industrial area and picked up the empty 40-foot container that we delivered first thing this morning. We're now making our way back to the shipping terminal, Sand Island, making our way through this white Wahoo on the right of us, white Kelly on the left. We're on the H1 freeway. A couple more miles, we'll hook up with the H2 freeway. And we're about 12 miles from the shipping terminal. The traffic's moving good, it's raining pretty hard, so everybody's being a little cautious in the driving. That's as it should be. No need to do 60 miles an hour when it's raining like this. Everybody's doing like 40, 45. This will be our 7th movement of the day. After this, we'll take a little lunch break and then finish up. We'll do a couple runs in the afternoon. Making our way to the shipping terminal. 8th hour of the day. Came in at 5. It's 1 o'clock. Picking up our 8th movement of the day, an empty 40-foot container from the telephone company. Taking it back to the shipping terminal, Sand Island. Nice, easy 3.5 mile run. The rain has stopped, but it's still very gloomy outside. little bit longer route, but for some reason it goes a lot faster. I think it's because the lights aren't as long. But yeah, we're just gonna head down here to Nimitz Highway, get on Nimitz Highway, then make a U-turn and get on Nimitz Highway going the opposite direction. And that'll put us onto the Sand Island Access Road. From there, it's just a 2-mile drive back to the shipping terminal. 8th movement of the day. Yeah, it's almost 2 o'clock. We can go ahead and shut it down, but we already did. We got the truck over by the mechanic shop. The ABS light keeps coming on, and so they're checking that out. Meanwhile, dispatch said I got to either drive this truck tomorrow, 346. This is our biggest truck. It's assigned to a driver that works 3 days a week. He's off on Thursday and Friday, so it's a spare truck on those days. It's a good truck. AC is good. This window is the humbug part. You got to look through that when you're backing up. It's got huge power. It's a 13 speed. And this is the other problem. It's a triaxle. It's our only triaxle truck. So it's long, which makes it really difficult in tight areas. And so you end up working 2 or 3 times as much. Huge high fifth wheel, so you don't have to worry about cranking up landing gears. The other truck that's available, some of this rock going in the yard. Pretty sure this is where it came from. So the other choice I have, I can either drive this truck tomorrow. Won't be able to drive it on Monday. And the other truck is 340, which is probably one of the nicer trucks in the fleet. I don't know that it's assigned to anybody. The truck driver that used to drive this had a stroke, so he's no longer with the company. Well, he's still with the company, just doesn't drive anymore. He used to polish this thing. Is it open? Oh yeah. Nice and clean, smells good. Oh yeah. I don't know if I can take the air fresheners. And what I don't like about this truck is, and there's not much not to like, I think it's an 18 speed if I'm not mistaken. No, 13 speed. I don't know if it still has the def in it. Oh, it's got a harbor decal. I didn't know that. This truck would give me a sore throat with those air fresheners. They're really strong. What's this? What do you think that is? What the heck? Some type of actuator. Yeah, I'm afraid to jump in this truck because they want somebody to take over this truck because they need somebody who wants to run on the wet line. This truck and 341 came in the same time that we brought in the tilt deck. So anybody who drives this truck on a regular basis is responsible for doing the tilt deck work, which I'm capable of, but that is way more work. I don't think I've ever driven this truck all day because there used to be another driver that drove this religiously. And then he got sick. Well, not sick, but had a stroke. But the company's been taking care of the truck. That's why it looks shinier than most. I'll have to think about it tonight. See what dispatch has to say. In the meantime, head back to the truck I was driving today. 4 o'clock the night driver comes in, and then tomorrow they need that truck because it's got a spare power line for the van trailers with the tailgate, so they need to use that for some early morning work tomorrow. But I start at 5 and I'll have to drive one of those trucks. But that is about it for today. We're headed home. I got fish on the mind for dinner with some beans and salad and rice. That's it for today. Thanks for watching. Aloha.